start the Eldridge County meeting, City of Eldridge, Iowa, on Monday, September 18th, at 4 p.m. Roll call.
Blackwell.
Present.
Pete.
Present.
Peters.
He is on vacation,
Dockery.
Present.
Allen.
and he is certifying himself for Grand Haven. Pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we want to change the agenda this evening. I have to remove 7B without having a full council. There's no reason to. So with that, looking for approval of the agenda.
So moved.
Here a second.
Removing 8.
7B. And 8, I guess. Okay. Mine's different for some reason, so
Make motion for the agenda is presented eliminating whatever number it is for the motion.
right. Yeah. Doctor, second by Chief. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Public comments, or anybody here that wishes to speak about anything? Yes, please state your name, please.
Ron Yossi, 134 Muse Circle. On the way here tonight, it dawned on me that as I'm driving past the high school on First Street to LeClaire Road, speed limit north of LeClaire Road on First Street is 25. West on LeClaire Road is 25. East on LeClaire Road is 25. Yet after school hours and on weekends in front of the high school, it's 35. That was a oversight or what, but 35-mile-an-hour speed limit goes past Muse Circle coming in from Lincoln Road. It turns from 45 to 35, and it doesn't turn to anything except during school hours beyond that. So I'm wondering if that's what the council or the police department intended, or if those signs should be changed to permanently 25 mile an hour.
We had a lengthy discussion on that. And part of the reason why that is still 35, the majority of the council chose because there's not as many entrances and egresses in that section as compared to North First Street, East LeClaire Road, and West LeClaire Road.
In spite of all the activities at the high school after hours and on weekends.
Well, the football games that kind of,
Okay.
but other than that, during from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. school days, it's 25.
If I'm doing 30, I'm not gonna get busted.
Well, I don't have a badge. I let me take that chance.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Anybody else? 5A, consideration to approve the minutes from the September 5th council meeting.
There was no discussion, and I make a motion for approval.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Dockery to approve the city council minutes from September 15th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any ayes have it. 5B, consideration to approve the bills payable. Blackwell, do you have any questions?
One of my questions was answered before the meeting here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chief, do you have any questions? Mr. Dockery?
Most of mine were answered. One comment I have, and I'm not going to isolate anybody out. But when we spend money on things that are normal purchases, the council needs. Give it the department head that's responsible for the one on here on question after the meeting or. Talk to the person here in the next couple of days.
Other than that, do you have any other thing?
Nope.
So
Better second.
Second.
Motion by Blackwell, second by Cheek. Approve the bills payable. All those in favor say aye.
I,
Nay, the ayes have it. 5C, discussion on future city council meetings. So this has come and gone a few times the last couple of years. Besides the council, we have department heads here, we have police officers here, we have office girls here, we have the administrator, the assistant administrator here. So I thought it was only fair to include them all with a little bit of discussion on this issue. My accountant, Mr. Fahrenkrieger's wife, recently got COVID again, so COVID's flaring back up. We had moved out here because of COVID to create more space because of certain issues going on with the city right now. City Hall's been packed to capacity the last several meetings. I don't see that in the foreseeable future slowing down for a little while. So with the fact that COVID flaring up again and a lot of issues, and I encourage people when I became the mayor to get involved with the city, and they are now. I thought fair to bring it up just for conversation tonight, not a motion, but just to put it out there what everybody was thinking. Joe, you have an opinion on where we should be?
I'd rather have it here. It gives more room.
Above all, I'd like it to be consistent just because of equipment going back and forth, but I think this is a good location.
Mr. Blackwell?
I like the roominess of it. And people are not piled on top of each other, especially when there's items that pack the house, then there's enough room for everybody. I understand the COVID concern and trying to spread out as well. So I'm either way, I'm probably leaning more towards this way. By us doing so, I just still don't want us to lose the foresight that we still need a new city hall and a police station by coming here.
Nope.
With that, I don't want us to lose that. With all the mix of staying here. So I would be okay with this, even though it's a little bit further drive. But
Thank
you. Well,
Necessarily have a real preference either way, but we're going for consistency. The crowds out here all the time, but I'm fine with either.
I would say definitely what to me, I mean, you hate to jump back and forth just because of the crowd size and what you're anticipating, just because the people show up at the wrong place because they're not.
I understand. Right?
I'm the odd man out again. We have what, 10 people in the crowd? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Doing our job the right way, we shouldn't have oodles and oodles of people at City Hall. How many years have we gone where there's 2 or 3 people there? Yeah, there's going to be controversial things. And I think the other place is we've got all the records there. If there's any questions, maps, everything. That's a place to retain our meetings there consistently. Now, if there is a COVID disaster or emergency like before, and we go back to the 6-foot separation, God forbid, this is the place. But until then, I prefer being at City Hall. Right? 9? Yeah, 9. They fit just fine in City Hall tonight.
They would be a little closer shoulder to shoulder. Mr. Chief?
I prefer out here. Space for everybody. Yeah. People hiring people up here. Jeff, where he sits, he gets bothered a lot. I noticed that from people. And I think I'll needs to be away from him. So I would like to be here.
All right, thank you. Like I said, there's no motion on this. I just want a consensus to involve city staff too. When we have a full city council, we'll get brought up again for discussion with them as well. They were not available this evening to be on their cell phones to be part of this meeting. So this is just for general discussion. So thank you all for
Your department heads too,
Yes,
what their opinion is as well. Those who aren't here this evening.
yes, both Brian, and Tony both suggested they would like it better out here for more room. Joe's here, he's the department head. I did not ask Martha, she is on vacation. I'm in there today, but I didn't realize she was gone, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And Ray,
Right.
where would you suggest?
We spent a nice sum of money on this building not all that long ago, and it's a very nice building. And I think it's good for us to showcase it for the community. And to some of the other comments, if we do have a meeting where there's going to be a lot of people, and maybe it's not on something controversial, maybe you guys did something awesome and they're coming in, thank you. If we did get that, you open this wall, accommodate very large number.
Right.
I think personally, I would, if I had a vote, I would say that I'd like it out there.
Thank you, Ray.
So, right, when we do good things, nobody shows us.
That was my joke.
That's not true. Ryan,
I've never, all my years in council, I can't remember somebody coming and say, you guys have done good. No. Not the way society works. The first ones to tell you you're doing something wrong, but they never tell you you're doing something.
Six A, consideration to waive the requirement of 3 separate meetings for the readings of ordinance 2023-22 for the division of revenues under section 403.19 Code of Iowa for amendment number 5 to the Eldridge Unified Urban Renewal Plan and ordinance 2023-23 for the division of revenues under section 403.19 Code of Iowa for the Lincoln LeClaire Urban Renewal Plan. Yeah, a little bit.
Sure. This is just the second reading then, continued from last week. I'm delighted to report, Mayor, that we've had no comments on it.
Right.
I believe it was proposed last time that we possibly waive the third readings of these two ordinances, and I would also be delighted if that happens so we could commence in the piles of paperwork that will then ensue.
Sounds like that's the best thing to do.
Motion for the record.
Take your motion to approve waiving expires 3 separate. Right, motion by Dockery, second by Cheek. Roll call.
Aye.
Cheek,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
6B, consideration of the second reading of ordinance 2023-22 for the division of revenues under section 403.19 Code of Iowa for amendment number 5 to the Eldridge Unified Urban Renewal Plan. Second reading. Has anybody called in, Jeff?
No comments, sir.
Make a motion for the second reading ordinance 23-22.
Second that.
Motion by Dockery, second by Blackwell to approve the second reading of ordinance 2023-22. Roll call.
Cheek,
Aye.
Dockery,
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
For future. We probably should have read the order, done that first, then wait the third reading. That was the third reading of the other one. Come back, wait the third reading of the other one, then the third of the other one.
Technically, yes.
Thank you, Brandon. Consideration of the third and final reading of ordinance 2023-22 for the division of revenues under section 403.19 Code of Iowa for amendment number 5 Eldridge Unified Urban Renewal.
Approved third and final reading ordinance 23-22.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Cheek to approve the third and final reading. Ordinance 2023-22. Roll call.
Dockery,
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Sheep.
Aye.
Ayes have it. 6D, consideration of the second reading of ordinance 2023-23 for the division of revenues under section 403.4 Lincoln Urban Renewal Plan. Jeff, has anybody called in for that?
No, Mayor, they have not.
Second reading of ordinance 23-23.
Second.
Second that.
Motion by Dockery, second by Blackwell to approve the second reading of ordinance 2023-23 for the Lincoln LeClaire Urban Renewal. Roll call.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Sheep.
Aye.
Dockery.
Aye.
Ayes have it. 6E, the consideration of the third and final reading of ordinance 2023-23 for the divisions of revenues under section 403.19 Code of Iowa for the Lincoln LeClaire Urban Renewal. Do I hear a motion for the third and final reading?
Make a motion to approve the third final reading of ordinance 2020-23.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Chief to approve the third and final reading of ordinance 2023-23. Roll call.
Aye.
Dockery.
Aye.
Blackwell.
Aye.
Ayes have it. 6F, discussion and consideration for future meetings with Scott County Library Board to discuss the lease.
This is discussion only, but
That's correct.
I think we owe it to the library board and people to keep progressing this, down the path. I'd like, at least the council, I know we don't have a full council, at least determine who we're gonna look at renewing the lease or what other options we have than dealing with the library board. Now, whether that's the full council, whether it's the finance committee that does that, or whether it's a newly appointed committee to keep moving this forward. Whatever we choose, you probably don't want to take any action. We have a full council to discuss which route to go or pick some, but we need to keep advancing. I don't want this to sit on the shelf. Nice if we had this done and taken care of before the election. But at least have it in a real good direction.
Bruce?
No, I agree with Brian. We do need to keep. Also need to sit down and discuss it. So we're gonna. I think the meeting with the library is beneficial to us. And was, so I think we need to decide what we would like out of the building, if we wanted to change.
And that's when the council needs to pick a direction, wants to go by election. Work out the details going through that process.
Correction, and that's what a meeting of the council need to sit down and discuss it.
At our last meeting, mentioned about having the full council part of this, or just doing finance, or a new committee with that. And I said, myself personally, it doesn't matter to me, because everybody knows my stance regarding the library here. I believe the sooner the better. There's individuals who are watching us to make sure that we do what's right for the library, and I believe it needs to get done before our election, so taxpayers and those who are voting us in understand what direction we took before this election, so they can make an adequate vote on us, whoever is up for election this year. So whatever we need to do, we need to make sure that whatever plan we're doing, that we're doing it, I believe, before November the 11th, so everybody knows what we're doing. If it's the whole council, great. If it's just finance, with us giving our input to it, that's fine. That's fine as well. We have committees for a reason. And we need to entrust that those members on the committees are doing their job. And looking out for the best, not only for the city, but those who we serve too. So I would like to see something done for the election soon. I would say by October, so everybody is clear of what this council is going to do and who voted which way.
Thank you.
I think we need to make a decision. I don't think, to be honest with you, I think the path needs to be done. You know, we're dragging this out. This needs to take place before election so everybody knows where we stand. Strongly feel that way.
So, I mean, have this, I mean, to me, we have just a couple paths. We're not gonna pick like we're at. We have a couple paths. That's either continue the rent at whatever that's gonna be, for whatever period that's gonna be. Or look at the option of my opinion, just the building. Those are the paths I think I would like to have resolved. So we have a direction to work toward that. Now council chooses the thing.
Or deeding the property and the building as well.
I'm just saying we should be able to come up with that answer by the election.
Mhm.
Some of it also that should be done in an open public meeting.
It should, right, that way, there's everybody knows what everybody thinks and which way they're gonna vote and supports what, who doesn't support what.
So I just don't want to mock all this. It's a
Mhm.
audition. That's why we're here. And we make sometimes favorable decisions, sometimes unfavorable decisions, but keep marching through and not drop the ball.
Councilmen are here, feel comfortable enough to vote on having the finance committee look at this. And then that still leave plenty of time for council meetings to bring it in front of the council. Probably actually a couple council meetings before the election to have the finance look at this.
Just as long as that gives us enough time to make a vote on which way we're gonna go. You know,
They should be able to meet next week.
so, okay, and then it's gonna be discussion, whatever takes place, wherever recommendation that finance committee made. That would bring that back to us
To the full
as to what's been proposed.
Yeah.
Then we have further discussion on that matter, correct?
Absolutely.
So, it's like,
If the full council doesn't agree with finance committee, they can change.
It's just a recommendation.
Mhm.
Are you guys comfortable?
I stay out of it because either way I'm involved,
No,
whether it's full council or finance. committee.
but we have what we have tonight. So do I hear a motion to proceed forward with the finance committee to talk about the lighter lease?
so we-
Motion by Blackwell, second by Cheek. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. 7A, consideration approving resolution 2023-36, increasing the salary for the city building official. Tony Brown.
This is something that, we discussed, and I think it's very appropriate. Great, department head staff. We can
Yep.
discuss it.
Yeah, I will. Resolution 2023-36, a resolution for the building official. Whereas September 5th, 2023, the city council discusses current salary and job duties of the city building official inspector Ray Nees for the consideration of a salary adjustment. And whereas on September 5th, 2023, the city council made a determination to proceed with an 8% salary adjustment, increasing the salary by $6,663. And whereas the city council desires to retro adjust the salary back to September 5th, 2023, which was when the determination was made. Now therefore be resolved at City Council, Eldridge, Iowa, that the city building official Ray Nees' annual salary shall be $89,938 effective this September 5th, 2023.
Just a reminder that puts him, the same salary as our other two department heads on the city side. So I think it warrants it. I will make a motion to approve resolution 2023 as read and presented.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Blackwell, to approve resolution 2023-36 as read for increase in salary of the city building official. Roll call.
Dockery,
Aye.
Blackwell,
Aye.
Cheek.
Name.
Ayes have it.
Stating on principle.
Thank you, Greg.
Thank you.
There will not be closed section this evening because there was not a full council. Seconds.
Second.
Motion by Dockery, second by Blackwell to adjourn. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Adjourn at 7:30.